Hi, I'm Brenda. Welcome to my channel, the Empress and the Sun Tarot. Um, Today we'll begin with a general energy reading, and then we will get into some viewer questions. We are going to start with the Archangel Metatron cards. We are definitely feeling like a definite change in the wind with the energy. Just change my chat view there. And then we're just going to get into some messages. So, hi, Dune. How are you today? And the first card that wants to pop out is the action card. Um, the next card that came out is the void card. And then we get the conquering fears card. And then we get the family card. So, family is very important right now. And the bottom of the deck is the tree of life. So, travel on. Just know you have lived here in many other places, and your soul is eternal, and which means different things to different people. But she said we're leaving it at that, and know that currently, if you, I feel like this could be maybe a message for somebody that specifically lost somebody recently, or is in the process of losing somebody in your family. Just know that first I see the action card. So that's about just getting yourself very grounded and balanced. And just know there is, Celia says, there is, she tells David all the time, there is no death. There is just transformation. Life is everlasting. So truly everlasting means it's just a transition to a non-physical energy. But that person, everybody is still there. So like we feel like this is like somebody like, being somebody that's we feel like in transition or has transitioned recently. This is a message from them. So we are just given so he says whatever message wants to come through, and clearly the message that wants to come through is a message for somebody that has recently lost somebody. We get the star card, somebody that's going through some grieving, somebody that's doing some healing. Action is going to be your best friend, she said. Get out. Don't isolate yourself. And I know sometimes when somebody passes, it can be a very sad time, but try not to feel it is it's just a transformation. Like, my parents have both passed. My mom years ago, and I always had some kind of connection, but since my dad passed, like, my connection with my mom is so strong. Because my dad kept my mom's ashes, and then when he passed, we buried half with him and we sprinkled half, which is what my mom's desire was. So I felt like when that happened, there was a huge healing. And like, my mom's ringing the chimes, so like that is my connection to my mom. She rings my chimes. Like, we like, whoever this message is for, somebody is trying to communicate with you that even though they're not in the physical, they are still with you, assisting you, guiding you now from a different, higher perspective. So, for who, I don't know who this energy is for. We haven't had this kind of a message. So, it's just a little, it feels like a completely different energy. So, whoever has recently lost somebody, this message is for you. So, we are going to, she said we're just going to cut the cards, and for some reason there's two sections, so we're going to look at both. She said we're going to take this entire section, the bottom is the world, as one message, and then we're going to take the second message with the judgment card on the bottom. So the first message is the Ace of Wands. So somebody is trying to definitely communicate with you. The Ace of Swords, that's trying to bring you some new clarity or new perspective to a situation. The next one is of this loss. They want you to see this is not a loss. This is a transformation. They are guiding you now more than ever. They are part of your DNA. They are always, like, the next card is the ancestor card. They are part of your DNA. They're like here to assist you. Like it in this awakening, because the next card is the Kundalini, which is for me, that next card of, that awakening of that energy. So somebody is really like trying to let you know they are okay. The next card is the Ten of Pentacles, the Six of Swords, the High Priestess, and the Devil. She said, that is very, very strong energy of, somebody from that family definitely moving on to really guide you, to help free you from whatever toxicity is holding you back. And we're going to get some clarification on what the toxicity is. We get the Justice card, the Hierophant card, the Five of Pentacles, and the Four of Cups. So we feel like this is a family contract that's been like generational in your family of lack, of lack. Like she's looking at those 3 empty bowls and that one's full and this one has the key. So like we feel like this is the ancestors trying to guide you to break this generational karma. Now is the time to do so. We're going to get a couple off the bottom, which we get the Judgment, we get the Page of Swords, the Queen of Swords, and the Death card with the Strength card on the bottom. And with this part of the message, we feel that saying, maybe you've had a light focus on this energy and now it's time to take a more serious approach if you really want to change things and step into the power to really make that change. It wants you to go from this Page of Swords to the Queen of Swords. Are you ready to step into your power? Are you ready to heal the family karma? Are you ready to change? Are you ready? Because you have the ability to do the transformation. If you see in that Strength card, she is doing the change. She has went through that transformation, and we feel like whoever is guiding you is trying to tell you that to keep going, that you are working towards this, and they are now helping and guiding you more than ever, more than they ever could have in the physical, that they now have such a new, higher perspective of it. And they're communicating that with you. They are trying to communicate, meditate, ask, what do my ancestors want me to know? If there's a specific person that's recently passed, meditate and know that they will give you that answer. Like, say, show me signs of that person, and just say that. Say, show me signs of this person, of the whoever's recently passed. And like, I'll say, I'm drinking iced tea. I never did this before my dad passed. Since Dave's dad passed, I belch when Dave needs a yes. Like, it's crazy. I never did that before. I always had a hiccup with Celia. So somebody that in your family that's recently passed is trying to give you a message. Somebody that wants to help lead you on this path, wants to lead you in a different direction. Listen to the signs, listen to the animals around you, but like, it is time for transformation. And that being said, Celia says, we are having our Chiron class. It is March 20th. So we are inviting you to work on that healing, because, we have generational karma and we have individual karma, and we have individual Chiron and generational Chiron. And, we have to work on healing all aspects of that. Okay, we are going to get part 2 of the message. This part is the World, the Tower, the Seven of Wands, the Seven of Pentacles, the Three of Cups, and the Queen of Wands. And I feel like this message is saying, you've done the work. You've been working on this cycle. You have been working on the cycle. You have been doing the work to try to heal the karma. And we feel like you're not really seeing much of the results, but the fruits are really being, born underneath. And that's in that born underneath is in, future generations of your family lineage even. The next cards are the Tower and the Three of Swords, and or the Three of Cups. And Celia says, this energy can happen right now if you would just wish upon a star, wish for the communication, talk to your person, talk to whoever has passed. Say, I'm trying to do this change. I'm trying to, show me a perspective that I don't understand. Show me where I need the guidance, ask for the help, ask for the guidance. Because this is like talking, go out and talk, talk to whoever has passed, because they are definitely trying to help step you into that power. When you meditate, they're definitely there trying to tap you on the shoulder to put a thought in your head. If you're meditating and you're getting a really strong, I feel like a really strong feminine energy, like strong feminine energy. So whoever has had the feminine energy that's recently passed, know that they're with you. My heart just feels like such a breaking, for somebody is really sad about somebody passing, but we're just going to say life is everlasting and there is no death, and they are always there. You can communicate with them immediately. You may feel like you're in this void spot, but there's no need. It doesn't have to be that way. Literally, they are always around you. Life is everlasting. We are promised that eternal life because it is everlasting. So whoever is going through this cycle, we're sending you love. We are definitely sending you love. With that, I need to get a tissue and pick some cards up. So, meditate, ask for a sign of that person, know something. My mom rings the chimes. I get the craving for my iced tea when my dad's around. When Dave's dad's around, I belch. Ask for a sign of that person, and you'll know when they're around. When Celia's around, I see a white energy around me. In some way, when I look, I can see that white energy around me. I know Celia's around me. I know when I'm connected or not by that. So Celia was once physical. So anyway, on a much lighter note, how is everyone doing today? Whoever is going through it with a loss, just know that you have such a strong guide and protector now, more than you could have ever dreamed. Yeah. So hi Princess, I am happy to see you. Yeah, my mom is ringing the snow. No, we're supposed to get snow tomorrow. Rain, snow, something. So it's funny, we went out this morning and there were so many lines in the sky. It was somebody would the planes were painting a grid in the sky, it appeared. So it appeared. And then one had the weirdest, it looked like a zipper in the sky. It was the oddest thing. So yeah, so there's some weird energy out there today. So just protect your energy. Yeah, Celia feels like that's a strong message. A lot of people are transitioning. A lot of people have chosen to not go through this ascension and are going to transition. That is just the mere fact of it. And when they come back in the next one, it's going to be a lot easier for them, because it's going to, the ones that are coming in now, it's so much different than when I was born, the energy. So some people are just not going to go through that. But as soon as that transition happens, they're in the non-physical back part of the collective non-physical energy. Yes. Yeah. So we hope everyone is having a good day. That was a lot. I'm going to take another drink. So, anyway, So I don't know who that message is for, but it was definitely a strong one for that one. So, yeah. So you're going to see, who is here today? Hi, Princess. Yeah, straight home tonight. Good idea. Yeah, it's like definitely Dave's working. Actually, Dave's not working from home. Dave took another day off because he's just feeling better, but not quite Dave yet. So he is taking it easy. Actually, laying down for a little bit. So yeah. So he'll be better soon. So he says he'll be better soon. So we'll like that. He'll like to hear that. Not quite as good, but he's better than yesterday, but not as normal yet. He said feeling a little bit. He's like a 1. I'm like, Dave, I feel like you're very underplaying it. So we'll see. As he's laying down. Yeah, he's always pretty happy. But yeah, he's definitely not at his best. He's definitely having a little irritation. So we'll see. Positive energy. Celia says we're going to start with you. How are you doing today? And we can sympathize with the snow because, yeah, she said we're getting snow tomorrow. You get the card of the Kundalini energy. And you get the card of yellow, joy and happiness. So, we're feeling like as you get your energy healed, and really, and that card really is like solar plexus chakra for me. So like, are you being really happy? Are you being confident in who you are? The more confident you are, yeah. Like, are you like doing some meditation? Do some like grounding meditation of like, I feel like in that you're like pulling the energy up from the earth and like pulling it into each of your chakra and balancing it, especially to your heart chakra. But we're feeling like maybe you have something going on between these two chakras. So you're saying, so, yeah. Yeah. She's like, what's going on with your chakras? Oh, your self-confidence. Don't let your self-confidence be, sometimes we have energy blocks in different chakras, and with that, yeah. And well, this is kind of my Celia card sometimes of, there's all that chaos in your head, and then there's that little quiet voice. So ask positive energy. We feel like you have somebody that's trying to really, because that message of the Kundalini was there about trying to help you clear that karma. And that's what she's saying. Ask whoever's recently passed to give you new direction or clarity on how to clear it. And then you get the cards of the 9 of Pentacles, which is that stability you are seeking. The High Priestess, the 6 of Swords. As soon as you focus on all of the abundance around you, so much other can come in for you. Like, she's like, yes, ask for new direction and clarity and like meditate and then listen to the quiet voice. Like, Celia doesn't scream at me. She's really quiet. If I'm not in a peaceful, quiet frame of mind overall, like I can't hear her as well. Like, she is a quiet voice. She is not the one screaming at me. The one screaming at me is my ego on the other shoulder. So like, yes. But like this is like so much is trying to come in for you. Like meditate, and the more you ground and clear that, you can clear that energy, because that 9 of Pentacles is that like financial independent person, because you can like manifest it all, because there's the Magician, the Fool, the Page of Wands, and the Chariot. You just have to really kind of, and the Queen of Pentacles, freely put it out there. Tell the universe what you want. I am ready for the next step. And say that and really mean it. I am ready for the next step. Show me the next part of my path. Ask and be prepared to listen. Sometimes it's those little things like that we don't understand how much those little things can change our lives. So listen to the little things. And so he's like, really make sure you're make sure you're grounding your energy. Yeah, and we feel like that somebody's definitely trying to communicate with you. Yeah. And everything happens in divine timing, and tell it, I surrender control of the how. Just this is what I want. I am ready for the next step. Please just guide my path. So like ask about that. Like, yeah, you'll be surprised at the guidance you may get. That was so much energy. Like somebody really is like tapping at the shoulder for you. The ancestor card was connected to that Kundalini card. So we feel like definitely somebody is trying to give you a message and guidance. Your higher self's probably trying to guide. Are you meditating? Are you connecting? Are you really grounding? Yeah. Are you grounding? Because like the next one is the 5th chakra, which is Madonna and mothering. So like we feel like your higher self, and that's definitely 5th chakra. So you're saying, is trying to help you find. Oh, you have to really clear. You have to speak the truth out loud about what is your fear. What is your fear about money? Because if you're afraid of money, money won't come to you. You have to tell money you're not afraid of it. If money comes to you, do you hide it? Are you very resistant to spend it? Because if you are, oh, thank you for donating, Dune. We will get you next. If you could go ahead and drop your question, we would appreciate it. But like, she's like, as you speak your fears out and then talk it to a different place and say it, and then say, I can say it better. And then find a way to soothe yourself with it a little bit. But do that and say, I can say it better. Me and Dave do that. Like he'll say something or I'll say something. It's like, hold on, you can say that better. And we're catching each other on it and saying that. Hold on, I can say that better. And you can say it better. You know what? It's giving you time to do something. If you don't do the something you're supposed to do, it's not going to let you move until you do whatever it is you're supposed to do. Like, and you're trying to really control it. Like you have to like say when it's the time it's going to happen, because you know what? Everything you're going to be provided for. Everything is always working out. You will have exactly what you need. It may be just to the exact thing of what you need, but you will have what you need. And the more you trust that, the more it can open up for you. But the more you focus on the lack of it and hold them back on it, the more it can't come. Are you doing there has to be some, yes, like if you're holding on to money and like in lack of it, like the universe gives me and Dave as examples all the time. Sometimes Dave gets in a little bit of lack. And when he does, life really slows down for him. But it's funny because no matter what, I pretty much have whatever I want, in one way or another. I get it, whatever I need taken care of. And I don't really even focus on it. So my things happen really easily for me. Dave, sometimes not so easily. So we were talking about it today. And I'm like, and apparently this is why we were talking about it today. Because I'm like, you can't be afraid of money. You have to tell money, I love money. I want money to pursue me. Because sometimes we're so afraid of money and we give money the feeling of we don't want you. I'm afraid of what I'm going to do if I get a lot of you. What happens if you get a lot of money? How would you feel if somebody brought you a big pile of money? Would you want to take it and hide it and be afraid somebody else was going to take it away? Or would you trust that this is mine? The universe has brought it to me because this is mine. Like literally what is meant for you is meant for you. But most people that haven't had money aren't going to trust that. They're going to you're in that lack and scarcity mindset. And when that's actually in the process of going on, it's hard to think about it. So write a list of all the other abundance around you. It's snowing there. You know what? Every one of those snowflakes is exactly and unique, just like every one of us is. So say I have an abundance of snow. I have an abundance of cold weather. I have an abundance of air. If you don't think there's an abundance of air, hold your breath. You'll be grateful there's an abundance of air. There's an abundance of water. There's an abundance of sky. I live where there's an abundance of green grass. You just have to find abundant, we have lots of birds. You just focus on whatever little bit of abundance is around you and really focus on that. And you bring more of that and try not to focus on the lack of it. Cause that job is Celia's it's done. It's done. Walk around and say it. It's done. That job, it's for me. I don't even have to think about it. I'm going to celebrate the next couple of weeks until it's time for me to start that job. And really celebrate being in this time. Meditate, get grounded. Now, there is no better time for you to meditate every single opportunity you get. She just said it's done. That's what she said. That's me channeling her. She said it's done. But the more you worry about it, the more you push that job away. And if you have resistance, you know what? Eventually, they're going to find somebody else that doesn't have resistance to the job. Right now, you have resistance to even having the job. She said, right now, you're resistant even to having the job because you're in so lack of, I don't have a job. Start saying, I have a job. I know this job is mine. I have this job. Say it, affirm it, call it yours, Yeah. But you're not waiting patiently. You're focusing negative every second that they haven't called you. She's you're focusing on, they haven't called me, which causes, them not to call you. Focus on, how is it going to feel when that phone rings? How is it going to feel when they call you? How is it going to feel? Yeah. She's just how's it going to feel? You have to. But you have to really focus on, she's focus on all the abundance around you and feel happy. Yeah, because when you're in the middle of that hard stuff, you focus on where your here and now is. And when you're in that here and now, then that's what you're creating in your future. So honestly, you have to think of okay, what I'm doing today is putting my future in the bank. And honestly, that's the truth. What you do today affects your tomorrow and every day after that. So the more you can focus on, you know what? I am just going to focus on gaining my stability. I'm going to work on opening your chakras, work on balancing your energy. Take some time to focus on, gaining your inner peace. And the more happy you are, the easier that's going to all come. She's like the happier, higher, laughy vibration. If you would laugh and dance and sing, you would be surprised at what it could do for you. Honestly, she's like, laugh and dance and sing. So we are going to get to Dune's question. Dune, thank you for donating. We always appreciate it. Absolutely. Outcome for the letter to the editor. That one. I hear stop. So we did. So the first one is the Hanging Man, which is about seeing things from a different perspective. And then you get the Three of Swords and the Ten of Pentacles. So we feel like you may be surprised at the way they see it. Because then we get the World. But like, she's like, this is definitely like, she's like, do it. She's like, do it. Don't like, it will be very healing for you to do that. And you may be surprised at the notoriety it gives you, which could bring you that stability and financial abundance you're seeking long-term out there in the future, because it's going to be very, we feel like you should do it. It's going to really, the Three of Pentacles, the Three of Wands, the Three of Cups, which is that wish fulfillment. And the universe is giving you this opportunity to address that shadow and be there. Do it. She's like, do it. It's going to be so good for you. Do it. Yeah. Yeah, she's like, definitely do it. It's really going to address your shadow. So, yes, do it. Because it is part of your mission. It will take you from that, you know, because it goes to the Hangman to that Hermit right there. And she says it's going to take you to that next level on things. So we are loving that. So yes, she said we love that. So I'm going to take a deep breath for a second. And yeah. Okay. I don't know. Doesn't show I have a donation, so not sure. I'll have to have Dave check on that. So, yeah. I'm sure. Okay. Anyway. Moving on. Yeah. Dune Celia says we're going to stop because it does not appear we actually got a donation from you. So she said we're going to move on because she feels kind of funky about that. So we are moving on. So hi, Kimon. How are you today? Hi, Miss Shirley. How are you? And come on, you get out of the mess comes elegant order. we are not taking all those, but we are taking these. Out of the mess comes elegant order. The phoenix rises to joyful abundance, and fulfill your journey as a cosmic change maker, and polish your mirror for perfect clarity. So, that looks really good for you. Come on. So, she said we're going to use these chakra cards. Come on. It looks like there's getting ready to be a huge transformation, like between, she's like, this and this is huge transformation. Are you shining your light? Are you sharing your gift? Are you sharing your gift? Yeah. Are you sharing your gift? Celia says. Because you are that change maker. You definitely have a huge mission. Come on, what modalities do you currently use? Are you learning? Are you teaching? Get the Nine of Swords. Are you getting woken up in the middle of the night, Moon? And the Eight of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords. Feel like maybe you've been like really in a struggling period, but maybe you're getting ready to get a new job that's going to give you some new clarity. Yeah, she said, yeah, she's like, what do you, when you get woken up in the middle of the night, ask your guides, what are you trying to tell me? That middle of the night knock is them, trying to give you guidance. And we feel like, are you looking for a new job? Come on, because it looks like you should be getting new. You should hear about that like really soon. But she says, that Ace of Swords. Are you speaking your truth? Are you shining your light? As I say that, we get the Sun, the Seven of Cups, the Five of Wands, and the Lovers. With the Knight of Wands. Come on, do you have somebody that's kind of in and out that is giving you a little mind chatter? Not know which way to go? This kind of makes me feel like wishy-washy energy. Not knowing which way is going to make you happy. If that's the case, ask ask your higher self, ask your twin in the 5D. Say, I ask my higher self to talk to my person. Ask, I don't normally get it that way, but Celia's like, really, ask your person, ask your person. She's like, ask your person in the 5D. I don't even know what you need to ask, but she feels like you know what you need to ask. What is that person doing that's causing this? Ask them. She says, So, she's very specific, But like, you're supposed to definitely be shining your light, because she's like, with this, she's like, are you shining your light? Are you speaking your truth? Are you speaking about what's going to make you happy? Do you know the more you speak to the universe about what you want, the more you can have it? Tell the universe, I love living where the green grass grows. I live in Indiana. My neighbor's grass isn't green, but my grass is green, because I like living where the green grass grows. And I spoke that into existence. I posted a couple of shorts. My neighbor's grass is not green like mine. Mine is green because I like living where the green grass grows. So please talk about what makes you happy. Like, don't talk about the not. Just say, I want honest. I want loyal. I want to talk to my person, and go into your heart space and say, I ask my ego to step aside. Higher self, please guide me on what is best for me. We feel like you're connected. Come on, are you connected to your twin flame? Because with that, I feel like she's like connected to that other person in the 5D. So, yeah. So Dune, where will the letter lead me? And actually, Dune, Celia said, since we're actually gonna, you know what? Nothing personal, but I think we're just gonna refund you your money because she doesn't like that situation. So I will have Dave send your money back because that did not jive with me. Sorry. So we will be sending your donation back, Dune. Just because we did that reading and you actually did not donate. So we're just gonna send your donation back. Thank you. Anyway. Hi Luna, how are you? Yeah, we will pull cards. I only have one donation and it was for $1.15 and we will send it back. Thank you. I honestly normally don't check, and when Celia taps me on my shoulder and tells me to check, I do. And no need. Thank you anyway. So anyway, Luna, we are getting cards for you. Will Terry be headed towards you soon? Funny, Luna, I said your name and I looked out the window and there was a cat out my window, and you get the cards exchanging gifts, and you get the card thinker, and you get the card serendipity. So we feel like in the perfect time that's going to happen for you, because we feel like so you saying it once, she's like, look at the picture. She's like, look, Luna, think outside of the box. Are you in that thinker mode, or are you in that joyful, happy mode? Because you want to know how you're going to attract your twin, being joyfully happy. I promise I was in a really high vibration. Dave was in a high vibration, and I brought that into me, and you are doing the same. She's like, think outside of the box. She's like, don't be in this the more you don't want him in that energy. You want him in that. She's like, be in that magical energy, because it can come like super quick. She's like, look, that lovers is right there. It is like on the cusp for you. She's like, change your energy, your focus, and you would be surprised. Yeah. So soon, Miss Luna. So she's like, get happy. Like the happier and higher vibration you get in, the faster you're going to bring that. Write some positive energy. Bernie, thank you. Yeah, we know you. So he says, positive energy. Do you have a question? And so he says, you are always doing the best about shining your light too, as we're all meant to do that. We are just meant to, be, the highest that we can, be the highest we can be. But thank you so much. We greatly appreciate it. We don't set an amount on our donations. We just ask that you're honest about it. I have this crazy sensor thing in my head that says when something's not on the up and up, like it's not the best. Like this morning, so you told Dave and I to go to breakfast somewhere. Dave didn't want to listen. He's like, oh, let's go here. So we're like, okay, it's not going to be a good experience. So he's like, get ready. And we went, and it's literally a place that's known for biscuits. And my biscuit was burnt. Dave's was even more burnt. It was just an experience of listening to Celia. Some discernment. Sometimes you have to know what you don't want to know what you do want. And I now know I don't want a burnt biscuit. Hi, Dave. So Miss Shirley, can we get for you next? Shirley, she said yesterday your reading was so awesome. She's like, your reading from yesterday, it's going to be hard to top it, she said. You get the never ending story card, which is, you can be in that, or you can be in a happy, high vibe energy. Where do you want to be? She's like, where do you want to go? Because it's a never-ending story, which tells me that's definite twin flame stuff right there. She's like, definite twin flame. Like, could not be more twin flame. And that can come in like super quick as long. The universe is trying to give you that gift. Miss Shirley, yesterday was International Women's Day. Are you shining your feminine light? Are you being in the feminine energy? And she said, have you been on your dang horses? Because I said that and then looked down and realized horse. She's like, have you been on the horse? Because like, she's like, no, that like you have magic you can create by just like, and you're like at that in-between place, but like it's coming. The next card after that's the regeneration card. Like, she's like, go do your happy thing. The more you do your happy thing and get in high vibration, like the easier it's going to be. Like, get on your horse and ride and be in that joyously free, happy spot you get in. And then think about him. Think about, do you have a spot for him? Do you have like a drawer cleaned out for him? Do you have a spot in the closet? Do you have space for him? Do you have space for him in your home? Do you? Yeah. Hi, Harsh. How are you? Is K your twin flame? I'm just saying that because I'm not going to butcher it. And you get the key. You get the orphan card and the to the sea card, and then you get the co-create card. So those almost definitely like, I feel like that's almost like the catalyst energy that like, I had a catalyst, and that's the energy that Celia told me when I had a catalyst twin flame. I had somebody that I thought was my twin flame, but we're going to get a couple of tarot just to confirm. But I feel like it's sometimes you have to know what you don't want to know what you do want. So, and I feel like that's definitely it. You've been through this experience with this person. I'll tell you, Harsh, you know what happened to me? I went through my twin flame experience initially with somebody else, and I realized, wait, I deserve better than this shit. And you know what? I decided I deserved better. And you know what? So do you. So I feel like this is a catalyst twin flame that's just trying to activate you. I do not feel like that is a twin flame for you. So that's hard for us because we always like it to be the love and the light card. Hi, Android guy. How are you? And we saw your response to our email, and we will. So you said anxiously awaiting. She said she feels you're putting definitely a huge amount of thought into your questions. Yes, you are very welcome. So Android guy, you get the fork in the road. So with that, it tells me maybe you're in a place you just don't know which direction is next, but then you get the to be fair card, which is definitely the card with balance. And then you get the time to go card on the bottom of the deck. I feel like this is saying, Android guy, are you working on your spiritual path? Until you step into your like mission, it's not going to balance out. We feel like that's the thing. Like it's time to go. It's like saying, where are you on your spiritual path? Because we feel like it's wanting you to step out because, like, you know, this is your person because the serendipity and the fates card is there. You know, that is you. So you said, you know, that's your person, but why aren't you sharing your gifts? What healing ability do you have that you're not sharing? Because we feel like the next card is the Knight of Swords. Like, that can, like, change instantly. Like, that's the fastest moving energy in the deck. And that comes with clarity. What healing abilities do you have, Android guy? Yeah. So he says, what do you got? She's like, what do you got? It's literally what do you got? Because, like, the next cards are the Two of Wands, the Page of Wands, and the Nine of Pentacles, which is about, you know, as you make that choice to be a messenger, what do you do? What do you do for you? Do you meditate? Do you do Reiki? Do you what are you doing for your spiritual balance? What are you doing for you? Yeah, she's like really serious for a second. She's like, hold on, what are you doing for you? I know you're sending her healing energy. What are you doing for you? Do you know where your Chiron is? Have you healed that? Literally, like, I worked on that, like, and it wasn't no time till I brought Dave in right after that. Like, I did that. I did a focus wheel. But, like, Chiron really stepped me into where my mission is. Like, so, like, you have to make this choice. Like, you should maybe do a video of it and maybe share it. Or do you have a YouTube channel? Are you sharing that? What you're doing can maybe help a lot of other people. Like, you have a gift, you should be sharing it. That could really bring in some extra financial stability for you. That's like single independent financial stability. She's like, financial stability. Do you want that? Are you looking for some financial stability? With all of that, are you looking to like she is like a specialty person, like she's a falconeer. Not everybody wants a falcon, but if you want one, you go to her. And like, you have a special ability with your message. Do you realize that? Do you realize you have a magical there's something with your voice, it's like a light language, some healing, a healing property to your voice. Yeah. Yeah. Like, you have like a gift you need to share. And like, whatever you're doing to help balance you will help balance somebody else. So use your gift, help somebody. I was just talking to Dave about his singing bowls. I'm like, every night we listen to that, you know, stuff. We listen to some kind of meditation thing for all night long. So, you know, yeah. She says in your voice, like, I hear it like strongly, like I feel like throat chakra strongly. So, and with that's being a messenger. Like, she's like, it could really like bring you some stability financially, because YouTube will monetize you. And if you do something that's like that, like, she feels like it could do very well for you. And we're always for helping and building others up and showing you, you know. So start your channel. No. The more you think about polishing it, the more you're going to overthink it. Record, just like record when you're doing it for you. That is like the best. When you record it when you're doing it for you, or record it like you're sending it to your person. Like, because then you're doing it with such love in your heart when you're recording it. Like, she's like, just do it. Like, I go on here and I'm just me. I'm like, whatever happens, happens, you know. Sometimes I tear up and cry, and sometimes, you know, whatever. the more real you are, the better. Like, but she's like, just when you're doing your normal, just record it, start posting it. You would be surprised at, the change that can come. Cause like, that's the fork in the road until you like step in, like mission is calling you. Android guy, do you know where your Chiron is? Do you know where your North Node is? Those things are like so important, like hugely important. We hope you do. If nothing else, record it and send it to us. We would love to hear it. She thinks it would benefit. That's why we pushed Dave about doing his stuff, because it did so much for healing my energy and connecting me with Celia. So there you go. That's our guidance for you. Anyone else, please just drop a little comment in the chat and let us know you're here, and we'll get some cards and or a channel message from Celia, because she likes to do that. Yeah. So you are very welcome. Yeah, Celia is the best. Hi, Miss Rhonda. How are you? Yeah, she said the cards really are just a way to get me started onto wherever we're supposed to go on that path. But she has a pretty specific message. Be happy. Find a way to let go of any past energy. So, Miss Rhonda, we're getting a message for you. And the Dollface Diva, she said, how did your meeting go? Rhonda, are you sharing your gift? Because you get the exchanging gift cards and you get the cards of Change in the Wind, which is super good always. We will definitely take that. She just said, ask you how your meeting went, that you would know. So we are taking that you know what she's talking about. She said you would know. So she's pretty specific on that. Rhonda, what's going on? You get the Moon and the Lovers, which means super divinely guided. Are you like, she's like, look, because like that's very two-sided and this is two-sided. Rhonda, how's your energy being balanced? How's your financial stability? We feel like there may be less communication than you would maybe like with the King of Pentacles, but we feel like there's going to be some kind of communication coming forward. Rhonda, what are you so he's like, what are you working on? What are you? Because as you get into this too, this place of your and for me, she says your confidence. When you get into your place of your confidence, and you're waiting on a job or he's waiting on a job. We think it's going to go super well. Like you're going to heal that energy and it's going to really make a big change in your life. But like definitely somebody's like trying to guide you. Like my mom is always like, if something's like a yes, she like rings the chimes. Like it's pretty specific. So yeah. Rhonda, are you waiting on a job or? So he's like, what's the waiting on a job, you or him? But we feel like this is maybe like the energy's a little, it kind of all goes one way or the other because like this is the sun and happiness and then this is the moon and the dark side. And we feel like it can be like, oh, good. Or my daughter does Instacart and does well. Me and Dave were trying to sign up for it. Or like she does Shipt or DoorDash, like all of those she makes extra money with. And literally we feel like as soon as you start she's like, are you working on your great ideas? Because I hear like you're, but you're like, she's like, you have so many wonderful ideas. Are you working on those? Are you putting any of those into action? Because she says if you focus yours in just one direction on one of those, it would blow your mind. Blow your mind. Andrea, I will just say in the very beginning of this video, I did a energy update, which is normally about the spiritual path. But today it was literally about somebody that had recently passed away, trying to make contact. So I'm going to cut that part out after I'm done with this and I'll post that video, or you can go back to the very beginning of this video. But I knew it was a message for somebody. Celia's like, this is a very specific message for, she's like, for a few people that have had somebody pass recently. It's like, there's a reason you found me today. So go listen to the message. We feel like she said for 4 or 5 people, probably on today, that message like is going to hit home for somebody that's like recently passed. So I don't know. We feel like several people. So, but yeah, so you said go listen to that first message. And the Dollface Diva, we are, and positive energy, you know, it was for you. She said, you know, that is, it's funny because the serendipity card just came out. It is serendipity how, you know, we are guided to hear the message we are needing to hear right then. Like everything happens in that time. Andrew, we have to tell you something. There is no death there. It's just transition. He's still right with you more than ever, guiding you. So like, Celia's like, listen to that first message. Because it is all serendipity. We were getting cards for the Dollface Diva, and you get the mending card and the serendipity. And so you says, I didn't see, but how did your she said rendezvous. How did your rendezvous go? And we get come to the edge. So how did your rendezvous go? That's literally how she's putting it in my head. You are very welcome. Yeah, we feel like yeah. And it's meant to be, it's serendipity. Alex, she said you're next, Alex. The Dollface Diva, we get the Tower. The Page of Wands is on the bottoms, which is taking fresh, new action, new energy towards that. And we get the Tower, which is like burning down the house, like that old energy gone. And you say that you have the fresh start. So we feel like that mending card is really good because that serendipity card is right there. So we feel like a brand new beginning with that Ace of Cups, the Chariot, and the Princess of Coins, and the Two of Cups. So she said what more needs to be said. I feel like will be a lot more communication. But we feel like that's really good energy. She says that's exactly what you want. Why are you surprised? That she said that's exactly what you want. Is that what you want? She said, hold on, did we tell you what you want? Is that exactly what you want? You just have to ask for what you want. The quicker you decide that what you want and ask for it, the quicker it can actually come. You really have to ask. You know what? I would start saying, I am so excited it's here. I am so excited this new phase for us is here. Every day I would say that to myself. I am so excited. Andrew, well, it is for a different Alex. You are welcome, but she said yes. You really just have to ask for what you want. Once, like we get discernment to know what we don't want, and when you finally decide, okay, like when you say, like something happens and you're like, hold on, wait, I deserve better than this. You know what? As soon as you tell the universe, I deserve better, the universe is like, oh, she finally knows it. Let's give her something better. Like, as soon as you say what you know, like, so you said you had a question. So we are she said we're waiting for your question. And here we're gonna Dave got me a new little set of lights. So I haven't really paid attention, but we're gonna see how they look because I haven't saw them when I'm so we're gonna go there. Yes. So we are okay. She said, is that enough? You get the mending card. And then you get the Chariot, the Temperance, and the Six of Swords, and the World on the bottom. So, gee, Alex, I feel like this could be a little divinely guided to help really, once you find that balance in your energy, like that forward movement is going to move that cycle so dang fast, your head's going to spin, she said. Like, are you stepping into your power, Alex? Are you sharing your gifts? What are you doing on your spiritual path? Are you sharing that? But the go the distance card's pretty clear, she said. We feel. Yes, like the more you step into your power, the more it's gonna come. Like, honestly, once like I finally took off on my dating profile, I was a therapy assistant. Go the distance. That seems pretty simple, she said. Go the distance. What's that mean for you, Alex? Yeah. She said, you know. Just like the doll-faced diva, she said, you know. Like, step into your mission. Like, ask your guide. Say, show me the path. Show me, make it easy. Show me the way. Like, ask. If you ask, they're going to guide you. If not, they're going to stand back and say, look at what he's doing. Honestly, like, ask. Like, when like I'm having a hard time, I'm like, Celia, help me. Like, and then she will give me guidance. But like, if I'm going through it and I'm disconnected from her until I say, Celia, help me, like she's off hanging off somewhere else, not with me, until I call and ask for that help. So like ask for what do you need to do? Alex, what are you interested in spiritually? We are all healers in one form or another. Are you working on any healing modalities? Are you doing it? Are you being the healer you're meant to be? Just like Android guy should be, sharing his voice. What healing modality are you working on? Dave did like it was, COVID here. And honestly, he was working from home and I was here. And I got him a bowl, a Tibetan singing bowl. And then we went to North Carolina and he got a bowl. And then we started literally that, and he got a buffalo drum. So that was giving me a lot of grounding, but he played the bowls for me every single day, like aligning my energy. And with that, I was meditating like for an hour, 2 hours at a time, when he was doing that. Like, that's why I tell him all the time he needs to do it, because he really did so much for me connecting. I was connected to Celia before because I've done a lot of meditation. Like that is the way to connect with your guide, meditation, like literally. And to be like confident and trust what they tell you. Like I tell Celia, guide me. Like she'll tell me to go do this, go do that. Dave says, how'd you know I wanted that? I'm like, I don't know. I just was, Celia told me to get up and do this. So I did. And it's exactly what he wants. Or I'll come and I'll say, blah, blah, blah. What does this mean? And he'll know, like, by following the impulse. And the more you listen to your guides on those little things, the more they're going to, help you with those big things. But like Celia's like that little voice quiet in my head, but tells me like, okay, go make coffee, go, go do this, go ask Dave about, some random quote that has no relevance at all to me. Like, so you can just like my advice would be meditate, and ask, but they don't come if you don't ask. Yeah, like you, it's because you have that calming presence. Yes, like do some meditation. Walking meditations are good. Yeah. Like it's really good that I have with Dave, because like now he can ask things and Celia and him have conversations, and sometimes I'm I pop back in and I'm like, okay, where are we at? Because that would be really good. Today Celia had Dave. We were sitting out in the hot tub, and he had his eyes closed, and she had him focusing, looking up at his third eye. Spend some time outside, just literally doing that. Like work on connecting with that third eye. Like, yeah. But like have intention that you want to work with it. It's your all-seeing eye. It's in your, it's like my doorway to my Celia guidance. Would be my best. Yeah, to my Celia. My God, to my Celia, my doorway to my Celia. But we all have that to a certain extent open, but you can definitely work more like it's initially when we have it, it is in our gut and our solar plexus. And as you open your chakras, you have more ability to see through. Like when I close my eyes, sometimes I have visions. I've had an out of body experience with meditation. or I went to Egypt, to the pyramids in another time. So just different, but like it moves up, but like earlier when with the donation thing, like Celia was like, check. Normally, do I normally check? Sometimes I do, only when she guides me to. Most of the time, I take people at their word. But when I get that little tap on my shoulder that says check, you know what I do? I listen to Celia because you know what? She's always guided me. Because it's one thing that we give our words away. You know, we are doing that. You're giving us your time, so we're doing that. And if we're doing extra and you say you're doing extra, we expect honesty. Honestly, I'm sad. So like, I'm a sad rising. So like, that thing is like super, that like honesty thing is like one of the like Sag thing is like really cut and dry about. That's why I'm like, nope, just send it back. Well, and Dave did. So, so anyway, anyone else that's here, just drop a comment. My chat's limited what I'm seeing. So, and thank you so much. Positive energy. Yeah, honesty is like one of the like main things because I'm like, I would know for so long something was going to happen. I would know it, but for the life of me. So we would just let a situation play out because I would always, I would always hope people could be honest. And there was never a time that Celia warned me that Celia wasn't right. So, like, and those are one of the key things on my thing that I wanted to manifest with Dave. Like that loyalty and honesty is like up there. I'm like, if you're going to lie to me about the little stuff, how am I going to trust you about the big stuff? And that's the truth, you know. Your word is like gold to me. Like if you say you're going to do something, you better do that shit. If not, it's going to be a problem. Honestly, like, so yeah. And I can be really stubborn with it because I'm a Taurus. So yeah, like trust is like super important for me. So yeah. Anyway, she's like, anyway, yes, like that's one of the main focuses for me, that honesty thing. So, oh, yeah. Oh, so you got, oh, yeah. See, I'm that Taurus sun, and that my first house, I have I'm at the very end of Sag. I got like 4 degrees of Sag. And then I have all of Capricorn in my first house and 2 degrees of Aquarius. Like my first house is like really like big, but like, so it has Sag energy and Capricorn energy and Aquarius. So all of that is, you know, in the energy I put out to the world. So like I will get out there and work with the best of them. With work, I would never ask somebody to do something I wouldn't personally be able to do myself. So, with that Capricorn energy. So, yes, yes, you have to know the location and the exact time of birth to know your house. Yeah, you have to know the house. It's like the by the book fell out. You know, that's the like part of the building blocks for it that will help you really I mean, you can look at where it is for those signs, but like it's very specific to the house. 1 out of 10. Oh my gosh. My mom had 4 and we felt that way, so I couldn't imagine 10. Do you have your birth certificate? I know on my birth certificate it's on there, so wow. Oh. Ask one of your aunts or uncles if they know about what time of the day. Like if you can get within like an hour-ish window, like can help. But like it changes signs every 2 hours. So you kind of have to. Yeah, my mom's really doing it today. I'm looking, I'm like, I don't really look like it's windy, but those wind chimes are going. So 1977. Yeah. So yeah, you have to know that yeah, she must have some messages for me. So I will probably be going to meditate to see what she wants. Normally I go out there and like that person that passed that like message earlier, she'll have a message for me. So I think I'm gonna go listen, but we are hoping everyone is having a great day. Alex, go meditate. We're gonna go meditate. She said go meditate. She's in Ireland, so I don't know, Alex. Yeah, since she's in Ireland, I don't know how that works with them. So I'm gonna go meditate a little bit. We may come back on and do another one because Dave's home and kind of lounging. So we may be back to do another live here in just a little bit. We hope everyone is doing well and do they have like a hall of records or somewhere or something? So okay. We will be back later. Bye everyone.